Do you believe in extraterrestrial life? What about Bigfoot? Prepare to have your mind blown as we dive into the top 10 shocking cases of the ultimate Bigfoot and UFO connection. From the Hopkinsville Goblins to the Fayette County Incident, we explore some of history's most intriguing and mysterious sightings. The Bigfoot phenomenon has been a source of intrigue and mystery for many years, but when reports of Bigfoot sightings are linked with UFO activity, the mystery deepens even further. Here, we present the top 10 shocking cases of the ultimate Bigfoot and UFO connection. The Hopkinsville Goblins. On August 21, 1955, a group of 12 people, including 5 adults and 7 children, arrived at the Hopkinsville police station, claiming they were under attack by small alien creatures from a spaceship at their farmhouse. The group reported that they had been defending themselves with firearms for nearly 4 hours against the supposed alien invaders. Authorities, including police and military personnel, went to the farmhouse to investigate the claims and found evidence of gunfire, but no sign of the alleged aliens. The families reportedly fled the next day, claiming that the creatures had returned early in the morning. Despite a thorough search, no definitive evidence of any extraterrestrial presence was found. However, this incident has since been associated with UFO sightings and remains controversial in the paranormal world. Stay tuned and never miss a beat. Hit that subscribe button and bell for a front row seat. The 1966 Presque State Park Incident. The summer of 1966 was an unusual time in Presque State Park, Pennsylvania. On a warm July night, tourists and police officers were stunned to see a strange light illuminating a patch of forest near the park. Filled with curiosity, they investigated and discovered a mysterious object hovering above the trees. They encountered a dull black shape that defied explanation as they approached. The massive figure was described as being larger than a man, with arm-like appendages and no visible face or hands. The tourists were petrified as the creature loitered above their car before moving toward the glowing light. But the strangeness didn't end there. That same night, a craft with flashing orange and red lights was reported to have made a landing on the beach, tracing the figure with a beam of light. To this day, the Presque State Park Incident is still considered one of the most interesting UFO encounters in Pennsylvania's history, leaving many to wonder about the mysterious creature and the craft that tracked it. The 1973 Penn Township Incident. The 1973 Penn Township Incident was a stunning event that has left a mark in history as one of the most perplexing UFO sightings of all time. It was a crisp September evening, and 3 women were driving through a densely wooded area in Pennsylvania when they suddenly saw a massive rectangular object resting on the ground. Curiosity getting the better of them, they decided to stop their vehicle and investigate the mysterious object. As they approached, they watched in awe as a ramp descended from the craft and outstepped 3 creatures that they could have never imagined in their wildest dreams. These creatures were described as 7 feet tall, covered in thick, shaggy hair, and possessed a sinister, ape-like appearance. The creatures ran into the woods without a word, leaving the 3 women to stare in disbelief at the silent and abandoned craft. The 1973 Beaver County Incident. On a sunny afternoon in Beaver County, Pennsylvania, 2 young girls were playing outside, enjoying the warm weather. Suddenly, their peaceful playtime was interrupted by a most unusual sight. As they were running through the woods, they noticed an 8-foot-tall, hairy humanoid with glowing eyes run past them and into the thick brush. The girls were stunned to see this creature, and even more surprised when they noticed it was holding a glowing sphere in its hands. The girls rushed back to their home and told their father what they had just seen. The father, a level-headed man, was skeptical at first, but seeing the fear in his daughter's eyes, he knew he had to go and investigate. He grabbed his flashlight and made his way into the woods, determined to find out what was happening. When the father returned home, he was visibly shaken and refused to talk about what he had seen. To this day, no one knows what the father saw in the woods. the 1973 Cincinnati Incident. Mrs. Rafa Heitfield and her son were having a peaceful slumber in their trailer home in Cincinnati, Ohio. But in the dead of night, Mrs. Heitfield was jolted awake and ventured out of bed to grab a glass of water. As she took a sip, her eyes were drawn to a strange spectacle outside. A cone-shaped light tower with an enormous gray-haired ape-like creature entering it. The monster seemed to disappear into the night, and in an instant, the UFO shot off into the night, leaving Mrs. Heitfield with a tale to tell that would be passed down for generations. This haunting encounter in Cincinnati has remained a mystery to this day, leaving many to ponder the existence of otherworldly creatures and their potential interactions with our world. This ominous cone-shaped light and the mysterious hairy beast have fueled the imagination and sparked discussions about the possibilities of extraterrestrial life. Could this be evidence of aliens visiting our planet, or is it just a strange coincidence? Whatever the explanation may be, the 1973 Cincinnati Incident continues to captivate the minds of the curious and inspire further investigation into the unknown. The 1973 Fayette County Incident. The 1973 Fayette County Incident remains one of history's most intriguing and mysterious UFO sightings. Eyewitness accounts from local farmers describe a massive dome-shaped object floating above the road, with two hulking beasts standing nearby. The creatures were covered in thick, matted hair, had glowing green eyes, and had arms that hung below their knees. The encounter took a dramatic turn when one of the farmers fired his rifle at the creatures, causing one to raise its arm in response. In a flash, the UFO shot off into the night sky, and the creatures disappeared into the nearby woods. To this day, the 1973 Fayette County Incident continues to spark fascination and speculation about the existence of aliens in our world. The Frederick Incident. On a dark and misty night in December 1974, dairy farmer William Bozak was making his way home to the quiet town of Frederick, Wisconsin. As he approached a bend in the road, he was suddenly faced with an incredible sight. A massive spherical object hovering right in front of him, with two towering ape-like creatures standing at its base. A dense cloud obscured the bottom of the craft, but inside a glass dome at the top, William could make out one of the creatures, its reddish-brown fur and pointed ears standing out against the darkness. The mysterious being appeared to be operating the controls of the craft, and as William watched in awe, the UFO suddenly blasted off into the night sky, disappearing into the unknown depths of the cosmos. Tillamook, Oregon Incident in 1989. On a quiet evening in September 1989, her daughter's startling claim interrupted a woman's peaceful slumber. There was something strange outside. Undeterred, the woman bravely ventured into the night. Little did she know what she was about to encounter. As she approached, she saw a disc-shaped object hovering over the ground, with a nearly transparent surface shaped like an inverted toy top. The woman was drawn closer until she was just 30 feet away. Suddenly, a door on the UFO opened, revealing a being of average height with blonde hair, fair skin, and piercing blue eyes, dressed in a shimmering silver coverall. And, at the window next to the door, she saw a Bigfoot-like creature, seemingly seated and only visible from the chest up. And just as suddenly as it appeared, the UFO and its mysterious occupants vanished into thin air. The 1997 Chelyabinsk Encounter. In the frozen wilderness of the Urals in Russia, a soldier stationed at a military radar outpost was collecting firewood on a clear but chilly morning. As he worked, he suddenly spotted two towering figures covered in dirty reddish hair within the fence perimeter of the outpost. One was a massive 7.5 feet tall, while the other was shorter at just under 6 feet tall. The soldier was not afraid, but instead was curious and approached the creatures for a closer look. But as he tried to get closer, the creatures moved away from him, and when he tried to keep up, they suddenly levitated into the air and flew away over the tall pine trees in the surrounding forest. the soldier was shocked to see two sets of footprints left on the snow, which became fainter and less deep as they neared the fence, indicating that the humanoids had ascended into the air. This bizarre and surreal encounter raises questions about the potential connection between Bigfoot and UFOs. Skinwalker Ranch. Located in the Utah Basin of Utah, a property famous for its alleged paranormal activity, including reports of Bigfoot sightings, strange lights in the sky, and encounters with extraterrestrial beings. Many believe there is a connection between Bigfoot and UFOs at Skinwalker Ranch, and that the site is a hub of paranormal activity. There have been numerous reports of Bigfoot-like creatures in the area, and sightings of bizarre lights and strange aircraft. Some have even claimed to have seen Bigfoot-like creatures getting into and out of flying objects. The stories of strange activity at Skinwalker Ranch have gained a lot of attention from researchers and UFO enthusiasts alike, who believe that the ranch may hold the key to unlocking the mysteries of Bigfoot and extraterrestrial life. The Bigfoot and UFO connection has been a great debate and speculation topic for many years. These top 10 shocking cases we've discussed are just a few examples of the strange and mysterious encounters that have left many people with more questions than answers. While there's no concrete evidence to support the existence of extraterrestrial life or Bigfoot, these sightings continue to inspire discussions and spark our imagination about the unknown. We invite you to continue the conversation. Do you have evidence of your own strange encounters, be it with Bigfoot, UFOs, or other paranormal phenomena? If so, share your story with us at mystory@codefries.com. We'd love to bring your tale to the world and continue exploring the mysteries that lurk just beyond our understanding. Until then, stay vigilant and keep your cameras rolling. You never know what you might capture in the wild.